I'm just curious. Whatever happened to the Yellow City podcast? Like, what happened there?
It's me.
Huh?
I'm just not really that.
Huh?
It's on me. I'm just not really in the mood to be on the camera much, or
Really?
like I can't be the same person that I am right now. I don't know.
You think
Yeah.
it's because of the job?
What?
You think it's because it's like no job or something? Like, because
No.
like for me, when I don't work, I'm like
Yeah.
no motivation. I'm like Jesus, no
It could be a
income.
little bit. Yeah.
That's how I feel too. But no, dude. To be honest, the reason why I kind of made this is because I kind of inspired by you two or you guys. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of why I wanted to do this. But
It's cool,
welcome,
man. I
welcome.
wish you luck.
No, I like both y'all. No homo. Y'all inspired me to do this. I mean, I really did. And Braxton, but I'm gonna try to get him on here a little bit different. Yeah, man. But what's going on with both y'all, man? How y'all been?
Um, I've been good. Been all right. Struggling a little bit, but it's all right.
Working.
No, man. I'm just happy to see y'all guys. This is my first time. I'm over here like this.
Don't worry about it. Once you do more episodes,
It gets a little easier.
it gets way easier.
Yeah, I wanted to have Michael on here, dude. It's just that he has his kid, so I just like I better not. You know what I mean? But I'll like if I had here in like a couple weeks I'll bring him on back on here. Yeah, he's been telling me, yeah, I'll do it, I'll do it. Did you ever see that segment we did that one time? When he's all like this? Did you ever see that at all?
Oh,
I
think
might
I,
have seen it on your Snapchat.
yeah, I think you put it on Snapchat.
He's a lot of fun when he's on here. But like I said, since he has his daughter, I was like, no, it's all good, man.
Right.
We'll do it another time. Yeah, that's what's up.
Okay.
Deja vu right now.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's like I've been here before. You know, it's weird because like I remember one time when it comes to people having deja vu, apparently in another life somewhere you're having someone messed up. That's why you see the future or something like that. Did you ever hear about that? When it comes to deja vu?
No, just say a little bit more about it.
No, that's just kind of what I heard. Apparently, like apparently we're being taken over by something, and you know anything that happens, they kind of know. Does that make sense? Something like that. That's just
No.
kind of what. So whenever you have deja vu in your sleep,
Mhm.
they're doing something to you, and then they're like, oh shoot, I messed up. Oh well, he's gonna see that, and then it happens. You know what I'm saying?
Huh.
Supposedly, I doubt that's true, but that's what I heard. That's
I
what I'm
don't
honest.
know. I've had this theory, like, say you have it.
Are the cameras working?
Yeah.
Okay. There's no light on that one.
So what's going on is that one they're all recording all at once.
Okay.
I have to video edit myself. Does it make sense?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
change the angle.
Yeah, but I just leave it like that.
Say we're doing this and you have deja vu. That's more. My theory was more like about dying. Like you died in another universe.
That's what I was
and
thinking that
then
too.
your conscience just switches over. Like
Mm.
say you're chilling right here and a car passes through, and then you get deja vu about like something's wrong. Like the car actually hit them, and then they transferred into you. And
That
you're
does
like,
make
oh, fuck.
that's kind of oh that's what you believe in.
Yeah. On that really, it's just like a cool like movie theory I worked on.
It just makes sense. Hey, no, I remember one time I've had dreams like dreams of to me it's either me in a it either happened or it's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I had a dream. This was like in a future, or at a different time period or something. You know what I mean? And then I remember one time, everybody was running away from a giant hole. You know how black hole? You remember that Yu-Gi-Oh card, that black hole? Remember? Well, it's a white, but it was the size of a football field, and it's not staring. It's like facing at you. It was like a monster, and it was coming at you. And I just remember everybody running away, and it's just like it just made me think like, is that gonna happen or did that happen? You know what I mean? There's just kind of stuff like that. Just kind of makes me think sometimes. You know, when it comes to dreams, it just kind of throws me off. There was another time, I had a dream that it was my cousin. It was my dad, like my mom's side. They were all at a house, all my uncles, and then on the other house, which is across the street, all our cousins on my mom's side. And then I remember one time I have a cousin named her name is G, and I gave her a hug. And then there was a girl that looked just like her, but my size and my age. And then I was all like, she went by the name Anita, and I was like, hey, what's up, man? Like I was like, didn't I just say hi to you? You know what I mean? And then she was like, I'm your cousin. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? You're my cousin. And then they were like, Brian, this is our cousin. It's Anita. Remember? And I was like, did you exist? You know what I mean? Like, did you exist, or are you supposed to exist, or are you gonna exist? Or if I had dreams like that, and I remember I woke up like, did one of my either in my mind, I'm like, either that was that. I mean, that can't happen now, but either that person is gonna exist or she couldn't exist. You know what I mean? I just have like that's a little theory of mine. Like maybe that was like I don't know. I couldn't or a different time period where maybe one of my cousins didn't have a miscarriage or I don't know, like a different timeline. It just made me think. You know what I mean?
The one that got swallowed.
Something like that. It just makes more sense. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. Why you messing with my sponge muncher?
I just wanted to see something.
that's interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Just make sure you talk.
I'm a bigger fan of. I mean, I have dreams too often where it's just, I don't know. It's not really. I think it's more of. I think it just change. It depends on how creative you are. At least that's my personal outlook on it. Like
Yeah.
if you're more creative, you tend to have more dreams. That's just a way that I hype myself up. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just hype myself up that way.
Yeah. You ever had like nasty dreams? Like you wake up and you're like, did that happen? You know what I
I
mean?
gotta change my pants.
Oh, where you're like, I better go back to sleep, and you never have the same dream kind of thing. Like that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No.
No, never.
Actually, maybe. I have weird dreams. Like,
They're very rare though.
yeah, I hardly ever remember my dreams, but that's when I remember is like, it's just some random person too. Like, they message me and I'd be like, the fuck, I haven't talked to that person in years. Why the fuck would they even message me? Then I wake up. Oh, okay, they didn't message me.
Yeah.
That's weird.
You ever had dreams where you're you're in school, like you're in elementary, and you're like, okay, you're asleep. You wake up and you just had the whole day, and then you wake up and okay, that was a dream, but you thought, like for example, it's Wednesday and you thought it was Friday, when it's actually Thursday. You know what I mean? Have you ever had something like that similar?
I think that happens mostly for me when it's like a nap. Like if I ever make the mistake of taking a nap, it'll be a lot longer, and you'll be like, I'll wake up and I'll just be like, oh, what day is it? What year is it? Stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, that's right. You wake up. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's 9 p.m. Oh,
Oh yeah. That's the
What-
worst. You
Me,
wake
yeah.
up and you're just like,
What do I
oh, great. There goes my sleep cycle. My sleep cycle is very finicky. It's
Mm.
very difficult for me to maintain it. So if I mess up,
Yep.
I've messed it up for a long time.
Yeah.
It takes a while to fix it.
Dirty dreams, Patrick. I'm sure you had those. Yes, you have. You wake
I don't recall.
you wake up.
Oh, I mean, I don't know about that.
That's everybody, right? Or is it just me? No.
No, I don't know about that. I mean, I've had I guess dirty dreams, but I've never been like,
Whoa.
no.
Oh, it was a dream, and you look down. I gotta go
No.
clean. That hasn't happened to none of y'all. Oh wow,
No.
that's scary for me. Yeah, it really has happened.
You should probably go get that check.
This was I was like 19. I forgot what happened. All that I was
Right.
woke up and I was like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, everybody's different.
There was one. This is guy that I know. He was a comedian. He talked about he was, I guess, climaxing, and then a guy walked up to him, and then so what sleep paralysis, he said, and then he just walks towards him. He says it's an old man. He's like, oh no, and he looks down at his junk. He looks back at him, and the guy goes out there, taps it, and then he woke up and it was like, oh my gosh, like does that make sense? He told us that story in front of everybody, and I'm like,
Oh, man.
golly, that's a worse. That's he's all like,
That's
bro.
quite a story.
He's like, I just all over myself, bro. To a man, I gotta stop watching porn. I was like, oh my gosh, I just thought that was normal.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happens, but I just thought that was normal.
That's.
You just wake up and I gotta clean up.
I mean, Hollywood's pretty weird. I wouldn't be surprised if he was on something. No.
He's a local comedian. Hopefully,
Oh, is he? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Hopefully, I can take you. I hope to bring him one day, but I hope to take you out of one of those shows. They're funny, dude. Yellow City Comics, bro. Oh my gosh, those are some fun. Those are fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
It's local comics around the area.
Yeah, dude, y'all should check it out one day, man. I'd love to take y'all. I do want to kick it with y'all more. I feel like, well, I'm always busy. I feel bad because Patrick hits me up every weekend, but I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I would like to, like, we can go downtown and meet some females. Sorry, kind of weird. No,
Made some. I don't know. That was the most
random.
alien sounding sentence I've.
Well,
heard
I
in
was
a
trying to
while.
make it like a club
Like-
noise.
Yeah, this is totally. I'm totally a human kind of thing.
No,
It's all good. It's all
Are you
good.
reptilian?
I get what you're trying to say.
Are you a reptilian?
Am I reptilian? No, maybe. I don't know.
Go back to that question you asked me earlier and ask it to Brian, the percentage one.
Oh, okay. Since you brought up females, is a woman's physique or physical appearance, how much does that weigh in their overall rating, like percentage wise? Like, I guess how big are looks in the overall percentage when you look for a woman?
How like
Like how? Like obviously she has to be pretty, right?
yeah, she has to be pretty.
But like, at what percentage is
How important is that to you?
How important is that based on her overall personality, looks, whatever?
Well,
When you
I don't know. I
when you
think
give a girl like a 9, how much of that percentage is her looks and how much of that is like her personality and
I think
you know,
that depends, honestly. It depends
Mm-hmm.
on the person. We're visual creatures. There's a psychology about that. Us guys like what we see.
of
So you
course.
look at a chick and you're like, depending on who you are,
course.
we all like what we see, and we all like different sizes, but looks can be deceiving. So it just kind of
Oh, very deceiving these
so
days.
you can see a beautiful chick, but deep down she's not.
Hey, man,
Inside
she's not a woman.
that too. You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
why it's like, yeah, that's a hard question though. But her beauty does help, but also keep in mind you get older, that beauty standard goes. Like the older women get, depending on who they are, if they take care of themselves or not, the
Mhm.
lower the beauty standard goes. You know what I mean? We're not as pretty as I used to. I don't know if y'all heard
I
that.
get you.
I'm not as this as I used to. The
Right.
stuck up chick back in her early 20s, and then they get older and they're all like, yeah, they're all nice to you now, and you're like,
Hey,
oh,
Brian, you want to take me out?
for real, you want?
Bitch.
I'm sorry.
For-
I'm talking to this chick that's. Never mind. I can't say the rest of
Still in
the.
her prime.
Yeah, I guess that's what I was gonna say. Thank you. Thank you for
Wow.
saving me.
Really? Is he really? Are you really?
No. That bring the other day, the last time I went to Chick-fil-A, you had mentioned something about that, and like I guess you were saying like you had to reach a certain status before you felt comfortable talking to somebody.
That's how I feel too. But go on.
No, that's what I was asking. Is that what you were saying the last time?
What? Sorry, I was
Like just that like, you have to reach a certain status before you start talking to somebody.
yeah. That's how I feel right now. I just don't like talking about that because they got all mad. No, just have confidence. Doesn't work that way, really. Kind of have to build that.
Yeah.
But what are you trying to get at though? Like,
Oh no, I was just trying to clarify your thinking because that's what it sounded like.
oh really? Oh okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. Like, if I would like, don't get me wrong. There are women out there that will give you a chance no matter what. But there's some that are like, they prefer a man's beauty standard. You know what I mean? Which is kind of sometimes a lot of women kind of like, what do you say? They over exaggerated, 6 foot, ripped, 200K. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
0.001%
Yeah,
of
and
the
you're just-
population.
and
yeah.
you're just like, golly, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But it's kind of hard, to be honest. Like dating in this world, especially when you get older. Well, not really. It just, I don't know how to put it, man. It's not hard because I dated a young girl before. Really,
Mhm.
like 20. She was 20, 21. I've dated a couple, but not necessarily something you would want to settle with. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that's what I learned. I just don't talk about that. Anything about women, I don't talk to my friends about because they start, like for example, I'll get hit on by a 2. You know what I mean? A right tackle. I don't know if you've seen those memes.
All right.
and they're and I'm just like, I'm not interested, or I try to kind of hint that out. You know what I
That's
mean?
hilarious.
But the thing is, if I were to tell Mike, one time I told Michael that, and I was like, yeah, Michael, she was trying to, and he looked at me, he's all like, bro, just hit it, bro, just hit it. And I'm like, I don't think I could get off on that. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
think I could. But
I was thrusted upon a situation like that. I've always been I've always been very
quiet.
peculiar. I've always had a certain standard when it comes to women.
And that's fine. That's fine.
But I was thrusted into a certain situation where I was kind of caught, from the blind side. We're making football references over here, so it's like she hit me from the blind side.
Okay.
And she came from the blind side, and yeah, I was put on the spot, and I knew that if I were to kind of if I were to take the shot, I don't think I'd be able to redeem myself ever again. So I kind of just I told myself I'm okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, Patrick, you go for girls, don't you? You got some baddies around there.
No, sir.
I don't. It's because girls just kind of come in. I don't know how to put it. Me, I just keep my private. You know what I mean? I do talk to women here and there, just not. No, no one needs to know really. It's
Of
because
course, yeah, that's okay.
it's just that with me, what I'm saying, my size, I attract random women. Back then, dude, I used to attract older women, single moms. That's all I attracted. And if I'm just not into single moms, we'll get to that here later. But like, that's all I like could get. You know what I mean? Back then. Now it's just random. Now it's just like random. I got single moms, older women, young single moms.
It's a fiesta.
It's just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, save some for the rest of us.
Well, it's like, can I at least have someone in their mid-20s or my age?
Oh yeah.
I don't mind.
What are you looking for?
Oh well, like
Mid-20s.
preferably mid-20s.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Good family. You know what I'm saying? Good mom and dad, like with the
it's-
father figure,
yeah.
basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be the finest. I'm not into really fit chicks unless I'm that way, but just something that vibes with. You know what I mean? I don't care if she's skinny, but if she's on the heavier side, at least be smaller than me. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I'm not asking for too much, just as long as you vibe. You know what I mean?
You're talking about 0.01%
Exactly.
of the population.
I guess yeah. It's really difficult to have like a certain criteria, because there's just people come in so many different shapes and sizes.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I think honestly, it's okay to have like
A standard,
a
honestly.
standard of reference, just to kind of guide you in the right direction.
Yeah.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with having or looking for a partner that has certain credentials.
Yeah, I understand if I'm like, I want a fit chick, 6-pack, goes to the gym, makes money. You know what I mean? And then there's me, jobless. You know what I mean? That
Right.
doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not like crazy standard. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's some women that are like my size that I actually vibe with, and I'm like, you ain't bad. I like you. You know what I mean? But it just take life day by day. You know what I'm saying? I'm more focused on myself. You know what I'm saying? Trying to lose weight and trying to get my money up at least. You know what I mean? That's kind of what the goal is right now. I don't focus on women like people think. You know what I mean? I just focus on myself more. I think that's what a lot of guys should start doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, Patrick?
Hmm?
I mean, we can still go out and meet women. That's just not my priority as of right now. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's
I
all right.
can't-
Most of
I
the time,
can't
those
never-
women aren't sticking around anyway.
I
Yeah.
can never get to that healthy mindset of making myself happy first.
Oh,
If I'm being honest.
making yourself happy first.
Yeah,
Like, kinda like,
focus, like getting yourself healthy and all that.
I feel like-
it's too long. It's too long a thing. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, that's
Like, if we wanted to, we could build it together. That's how I feel.
right.
Yeah. And that's all good. We're all different, man. We all live how we want.
That's a generational thing. I think that's a more recent kind of thing where it's like, honestly, I'm not throwing shade at you, by the way, but I do think that some people use that as an excuse to kind of like, you know what, I don't want to date right now. Instead of saying I don't want to date, they'll say I'm just working on myself.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think some people just
And
and
some-
maybe it's just a perspective thing. Maybe it doesn't really change much by saying either or. But I do think that some people they
use an excuse.
They fall back and
Like
they're like, I'm just gonna focus on myself.
And
It's like,
some women, I like you, and then I'm just focusing on myself right now.
Yeah.
Hinting
like,
that
to say you don't
down.
want to date. That's
I know.
it.
He's like, yeah, I know what he's talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all happening. It's good.
Yeah, I actually recently had that come up with
Yeah.
with the girl I was talking to.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I thought she was really pretty, but and I was like, you know what? Let's go for it. That was the first girl in a while that I was like, I'm gonna go for it. But
I'm just not ready
yeah.
to date right now. It's
All
just you're a good guy, but
we dated for a little bit. We dated. We got pretty close, but unfortunately, I guess one day she said that she was going through something. I was like, okay, and then that's it.
basically, you're not doing it for
I
me.
know. Yeah,
Yeah,
I really would have preferred that, but
yeah. They just because I learned that women don't
Oh,
like to hurt your
yeah.
feelings. You know?
Okay,
Yeah.
I would have preferred like you're just not. You're just not.
Yeah, I
it.
wish they would say that, dude.
You're,
I'm just
you're
not.
hideous.
You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, you're hideous. Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
hate your shoes.
Okay, calm down. Just be honest, ladies. But it's just supposedly there's some like women that they do, but then they get like guys get mad at them for it. Apparently,
I guess so. I can see
And
that.
so I wish some women would just be like, Brian, it's just I'm not interested in you.
I think at that point, if a guy gets mad at you like that, you kind of gave yourself concrete evidence that that guy wasn't for you,
yeah, exactly.
or you know what kind of guy he was.
Yeah, that's how it is. But yeah, no, that's just kind of how I see. But like I said, I don't really focus on relationships like other people. Besides, I don't know if you pay attention to people, but like there's a lot of divorces out there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of
Yeah, a lot.
there's a lot of broken homes, broken marriages, and all that.
Mhm.
That's why I don't vote. That's kind of one of the things I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? And from what I understand, like you got men and sometimes women, but mostly men. They get into a divorce. They have kids, right? But they can't see their kids. So now they can only see their kids every other weekend or every weekend. You know that sucks, bro. And from I don't have kids. I know we don't have kids, but like I have friends that like they want to see their kids every day. Now they
Right.
can't because this state. Women have power after divorce, so therefore she takes custody, and you can only see them Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's just miserable, man. I couldn't do that. You know what I mean?
I do think that a lot of that, and again, it's gonna sound like I'm throwing shade, but you do have to have, that's what happens when you really don't have you don't set a standard for yourself, and you kind of just screw around with everybody. You end up with you end up getting a girl pregnant that you didn't really plan, to
Yeah.
get pregnant, and of course that girl, the chances of that girl that you accidentally got pregnant
No.
to be like, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna stick around. It's really low. It's really really low.
Yeah, no, it happens. I mean, there's always different reasons. I don't know. I don't ever get into it. Someone always, so he said, she said.
Oh,
Sometimes he's
it's all
abusive,
right.
or sometimes he's a
it's-
good man. Yeah, it's all.
It's stuff that
yeah,
people don't want to hear.
Yeah, Patrick.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like I love my kid. It has nothing to do with your kid. It has to do with you and your decisions
Mhm.
Yeah,
of
that's
where you stuck your, where
Yeah.
you stuck your
It's
pee in.
Yeah, you didn't get to time to know her. You didn't look for the red flags. There's so many reasons. You can't just blame women. I understand. I don't know if y'all's
I'm
algorithm.
blaming the dudes.
Well, there's just I look at the algorithm. They try to shame women. Yeah, you all are awful wives, and I'm like, hold on. I mean that may be true, but there's some guys that are stupid. You know what I mean? So it just all depends. I don't like I said. I don't get into it. I don't worry about it though. I just like,
Yeah.
hey, just let me do me. Let me have fun. Let me hit up. Patrick. Let's go downtown and meet up with some baddies.
I'll stay here playing Pokemon. Gotta find myself a girl that likes herself some Pokemon.
You know, I was even thinking. You know what's crazy is when you go to a different city like El Paso, Dallas, or those bigger cities, it's crazy how you have a better chance or a higher chance at meeting someone. I don't know if y'all knew that, but y'all should try it one time.
I mean, I guess there's so many people there.
Yeah,
You're
because
bound-
you got these smaller towns, and
Mhm.
obviously you have limited options. When you go out there, there's a handful of options. You know what I mean? It's a big world out there. I think I prefer to do that instead.
Yeah.
When I go to El Paso, women there are easier to talk, dude.
Get
Oh,
yourself a Mexicana or what?
anything really.
Yeah.
Or my brother recommends me go passport bros, go outside of the
Passport.
now that's a little different though. Those are a little easier, but I mean it also depends. But it all depends. You may be wow, let's wait. It just all depends. Maybe you may be abusive, you know what I'm saying? It all depends on who you
Right.
are really. It's not
So what do you think about, like, let's say you do meet somebody, there's this.
I'm gonna spit on her.
I've
I'm
heard
gonna
this.
bend her over.
Okay. I'm not
We're
really.
gonna have 2
I'm not
kids.
here to talk about that. I'm
and
talking.
then I'll spit on her again. All right,
Let
just
me give you a
joking.
situation.
Just joking, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll just message you.
So I know there's this couple that's been, I don't know. I don't want to say I know, but I've heard, because I don't. There's Snapchat has their stories, and I accidentally clicked on one, and honestly, Snapchat work on those stories. Those things are garbage. But I did, I clicked on one accidentally, and it was about this guy, really just, not just a really normal looking guy, maybe a little bit less, maybe, if society were to put a number on him, he'd be like a 3. But he met a woman from like a third world country,
Okay.
and honestly she's really pretty.
Okay.
I would, society, if they would put a number on her, she'd be like an 8 or like
Mhm.
8.5. Really, really pretty. And so a lot of people have, a lot of people have been throwing kind of these comments at him where it's like, oh, she just wants
Papers.
the green card,
Citizenship. Yeah.
or she's just looking for money. But I know, like, and I'll throw it to y'all. But like for me, I kind of think like so what, like kind of thing,
Uh-huh.
like I guess when you make it such a, it's there's a multiple there's multiple things that go into a relationship, and if one of them, like how I personally think like looks kind of make you open up to like, hey, she looks good, so I'm gonna go talk to her.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that that's her entire worth.
Yeah.
It's just like when she looked at that guy and said, oh, I could get a better life. It doesn't mean that's his entire worth. There's more
There's
to
more
it.
to that. Yeah.
So I don't see it as a terrible thing that she saw a guy from the USA
Mhm.
and thought to herself, you know what, I could probably have a better life with that guy.
Yeah.
I don't think that's anything wrong with that, but
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, it's fine with me. I mean, as long as she's faithful to him and doesn't give him a headache, I see no problem. You know what I mean? If that's how it
I mean,
goes.
there'll be headaches. Come on, there's no.
There's no reason to be a headache, but I mean, it's fine as long as
Yeah.
she's not
Oh,
deceiving.
are you saying that he knows that too, or no? He realized like I'm not gonna get a woman
I think-
because I look like this in America,
Maybe.
so I might have to out.
Yeah, and I don't
So-
think there's anything wrong
alright.
with that either.
Is it?
I don't think there's anything wrong with the guy that thinks that he doesn't, because because for me, I think a relationship is for the guy, the male role is to provide for the woman,
Mhm.
and I think if you go to somewhere, you go to a third world country. I'm not saying go to a third world country, but you can,
Mhm.
and it'd probably be a lot easier, and you could say, hey, look, if you could be faithful to me, and I will provide you all these things. I don't think there's anything terrible with that. As long as there's love,
Mhm.
I think you'll be all right.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, really.
Yeah,
I'd
and
go
he
for
got
it.
a Filipino, and I think Filipinos are pretty bad.
Yeah,
They're
they
pretty-
are.
they're
They're
pretty
actually really loyal. All those Asian countries, they're actually really good at loyalty
Yeah.
and all that. Not unlike here, but yeah.
Why? What's up? You
No.
kind of made a face like you're not cool with it. I
Yeah,
mean,
go to
yeah,
Mexico, right? Go
say your
go.
opinion. You can give your opinion.
Let's go to
It's
Mexico.
okay to be against it.
I'm not against it. I'm just saying.
Or
like,
like-
I
or
feel
like-
I feel in that scenario of like I don't know. I guess I've never been in that position, but
Mhm.
like some guys aren't lucky with women, and they're like, "Oh fuck, I never had a woman like ever. I'm
Mhm.
so I'm just gonna have to settle for buying my wife, basically." You know what I mean?
I guess if you could,
And,
yeah. I
and
mean,
kind of
you're,
like that thing, like
you're not buying her. You're providing.
yeah, but you know what?
I mean, 'cause you're saying it that way. You're putting
Yeah.
those. I don't think you should really think about it unless when you go into perspective, when you look at her like that, then you're not gonna see her as a partner or
Mhm.
somebody that you love. You see her as kind of like a thing that you own.
No, like, yeah.
Yeah. So just understand what you're providing and what she's providing, and as long as y'all both understand that, and there's mutual love. I think it's a lot safer than probably dating over here
But yeah,
for most guys, or
Yeah.
for a good number of guys.
yeah, exactly. So
I could be completely wrong, but that's just
that's just
That's
kind of
what
where
I
we're
think.
going from, you know. So yeah,
I've seen those Filipinos. They're very, very
they're
pretty.
pretty. They don't care how you look. They're just like, well, if you know what I'm saying. I know a guy. He's
Get you a Korean.
even better. No, I know
a Korean would be very difficult. That's like a first world nation. So yeah,
that too. Well, it's because I know this guy.
North Korean.
a North Korean.
That's
oh my
even
God.
it's like a
an
fourth.
escapee.
Oh, damn. No, I know this guy. He said he was in the military, Navy, and he
Mhm.
met a Filipina. I'm assuming he was. I guess he was in his like late 20s. I don't remember, late 20s, 30s,
Mhm.
whatever. Anyways, he was in shape, from what I understand. And his wife is really pretty, very loyal, very loyal. Like they do. He goes to the casino, and she's like, "Okay, babe, that's enough. Let's go home." Okay, babe. They win money. I don't know how to put it, but she's very, very faithful to him, and they've been married for a
Dope.
while. And she still puts him on Facebook, going on a date with my bae, and she takes a picture of his hand, and I'm like, damn.
That's dope. That's cool.
Like little stuff like that kind of goes a long way. You know what I mean? You don't really see that. Well, it just depends on who you are, really.
Yeah, I think
But yeah, it just depends. It's all
personally, I wouldn't want to be in. Personally, I'm in the mindset of like once I meet somebody, I'd probably delete most of my social media.
if you want. Yeah. Yeah, if you wanted to, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that stuff is kind of a little cringy, but that's all right. It's okay to be a little cringy, especially
We're all different. We're all different.
yeah. As long as you're not doing it for like like hey, I'm doing better than all of y'all.
Yeah, Patrick. I just joking. I don't know how to.
And then again, it's okay to be proud. It's okay to be a little proud and be like I'm doing great.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You can make arguments for everything, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Hey,
Circular.
I
It's
know.
going in the circle right there. You just,
I don't know. I'm just waiting for Patrick to talk. I'm like, what's up, bro?
Well,
I don't want to
if you-
change the subject. I already
you'd
know
ever
y'all gonna do it.
if you'd ever watch our podcast,
Yeah.
it takes a while
It takes half a cup of
for him to warm up.
alcoholic beverages.
Oh, okay. Is that what y'all do before the shows?
Majority.
Yeah, I take like a
Like
shot
60%.
just to warm up.
Really?
I'm not really much of a drinker.
Oh wow.
Nah, unless like we're with the boys or something.
Who was all in y'all's podcast before? Because I know it was y'all two, the main ones, and then who was else?
Right. I'd be host. He's like producer, sound, everything else,
Uh-huh.
pretty much. And then we'd usually have a third person just to add another voice, so that way it wouldn't be like more of a one-on-one. It'd be more like a two.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And
And then I guess.
and then I guess
Oh, okay. So it's four. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What happened to that other one though? I don't want to say his name.
we'd,
but-
we'd switch them out. We'd switch the third person
Yeah.
out all the time.
Yeah,
Oh,
It
okay.
was Lewis for a good while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but then you get into those issues of I'm busy or I'd rather do this and blah blah blah. Like,
Yeah.
well,
Oh, okay.
either you want to be in it or not. So like,
Oh, okay.
okay, well we'll have you part time, and when you can't come, we'll get this guy. When y'all can't come, we'll get this guy.
Mhm.
Okay. No, y'all had some good shows. I was just like, oh, I want to be that. I got on Amazon. I got this equipment.
Good job,
I mean,
man.
it's very simple. The only thing is not simple is the video editing. Because, like I said, 3 micro SD cards, pull them all in one, put
Right.
them one little thing, and then just kind of flip flop. That's time consuming. Jesus.
Yeah.
I got a YouTube of Pokemon cards, and then just have you ever seen those? And then you sometimes you hit a jackpot. You're like, oh, this is worth $200. You know what I mean? You ever had those? You ever seen those?
Like a card,
Yeah, like for example, what they do is they
like a card opening.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I've seen the
Oh,
Pokemon guy get that.
Yeah, he'll just do that and then over exaggerate with like a dollar sign right here.
Oh, okay. I don't
Yeah.
know about that, but I do know that there was like this guy who was an engineer before and then became just a full time YouTuber that opens Pokemon pack.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. That's what I'm trying where I'm getting at right now.
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
I have a YouTube. It's just that no income, so I can't buy no
Mm.
parts. Now you see that box right there? That's what I'm gonna. That came from the UK. That's I don't know what's in there. I still haven't got my chance to.
Oh, that box over there.
Yeah, that
okay.
box, that big box. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a whole YouTube itself, like a review, and then I'm gonna start doing all that and. Yeah, because I have a YouTube. It's called Pokemon B-Rai. Y'all can look at it if you want. It's very
Pokemon what?
B-Rai, like a B and then Rai, like Ryu, kind of.
Oh, okay. Is that your favorite Pokemon?
Hmm.
Raichu?
No, it's just Rai. It's because people call me, hey, B-Rai. It's like Brian.
Oh,
B-Rai.
okay. Who is your favorite Pokemon? Or what is your favorite Pokemon?
Depends. Legendary would be
Are we gonna lose you here, Pat? Or you got a few Pokemon
No,
yourself?
just the original 151.
151?
oh, that's all you know. Giratina is my legendary favorite. The ghost.
Giratina.
He's the ghost dragon,
I'd have to see a picture.
and
of that.
then for Alligator Generation 2, Gold. That's my all time. But that's just that. But no, going back to that Pokemon, that's what I like to do. Just unwrapping. I have a bunch of collections, bro. I got $300 worth of good ones.
Original 151.
Ghost Dragon?
Yeah, he's a ghost dragon. It's like a giraffe dragon, but it's a ghost. It's pretty. I like him. He's my favorite. It's called Giratina. But that's like if you were talking nerd stuff, Pokemon. That's what I want to do.
I don't remember seeing that Pokemon ever. What
Ruby,
generation?
Ruby, Sapphire. No. Diamond and Pearl. Generation 4, 3. Is that 4, 5? I'm not sure, but yeah, that's out there.
My favorite. I'm only getting Dreepy,
Creepy.
not Dreepy.
No, that's no, a ghost. He's a ghost too. I don't know. I'm just a ghost dragon. That's all I know. And then it's just a giant dragon. Diamond and Pearl. You know Arceus, right?
Of course,
Okay,
of course.
So that's Arceus, and then there's Palkia, Dialga, and then there's Giratina.
Is it the white one that goes upright, or no? Or is that the bug Pokemon that we're talking about?
No, I'll show you real quick.
Yeah, show me real quick, and I'll tell you.
I'm surprised you didn't know. I was like, wait.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'd probably have to see the Pokemon and then be like, oh, okay, there we go.
This guy right here, my man. This guy.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, the one that goes upright. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
There you go.
See, I was confused a little bit. I didn't know he was a ghost
Yeah,
type.
Giratina. Yeah, he's my legendary, my favorite. If we're talking nerd stuff, Pokemon.
Talk
But-
about dragons. Is what's the dragon? The one that's dragon and like, is it dragon bug type or dragon? Ash had one. Ash had that Pokemon. It was Dratina.
Dragonite.
No, it's after that. After it's way Dragtina.
I mean,
It's like a it's a dragon type. I don't think it's a legendary type,
okay.
and it's like it looked like it was made out of like liquid.
Oh, his name is Gudra.
Gudra.
Yeah, Gudra.
I like Gudra.
Yeah.
I like that. Pokemon.
Sorry, we're little nerds.
Original 151.
I mean, out of
Charizard, I got you, boy.
Out of the original 151, my favorite Pokemon was Ninetales.
Oh, Ninetales was legit, man.
Ninetales.
And Growlithe was like one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Growlithe. Sorry.
I like the Alolan type. So
He's all
Alolan
freaking-
Dragonite
yeah.
or Alolan
Arcanine.
Arcanine and all that.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're all like.
so
Was
cool.
that the bigger one?
It's just ice now.
Yeah, it's like an ice type
Oh.
Ninetales now.
What's that thing where they're like in one of the new Pokemon games or regular Pokemon, but they're fucking bigger, like
They're all giants.
Yeah,
What's it called?
giant.
Mega? No, it's not Mega. It's
No,
Giant or
I forgot.
What do they
bro.
call
I don't
it?
know. I don't. That's Sword and Shield. I forgot what it's called. I don't play that much. It's kind of hard to keep up.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because like when I hated the anime. Sorry, God offends y'all. I hated the anime.
That's
Ash.
okay.
I hated Ash.
You
Oh
hate
my
Ash?
god, I hated Ash.
You still do?
So whenever he
Like,
retired, I was
yeah.
like, yes,
Okay.
finally something new. Because like the
Uh-huh.
first gen, he kept losing. He lost.
Right.
It just frustrated me. But it was for the fans, Team Rocket, all that stuff. And then, but no, I played the games, bro. I just kept up with the games.
Yeah.
Gold, and then after Gold, I got older, stopped playing. But then when I turned 21, I was like, you know what? I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
Let's play all the games. So I got them all, generation all the way to the one right now.
Black and white, X, Y.
Yeah, Sapphire.
when
Ruby.
they do those like red, blue, or whatever, or diamond and pearl, whatever.
Yeah.
Is it the same game, or is it?
Yes, it's
slightly
the same
different?
game, but you get a certain Pokemon at the end, right? Or like, there's two of them. There's fossils, and then the ones that,
They turn into like regular Pokemon. Is that what you're saying?
well, yeah, because at least I know in X, Y, and Black and White, the
Mhm.
fossil that you got was different from the other game,
Yes.
and then also the legendary is different,
Yeah,
right?
They're all different. Yeah. Yeah. So like
Mm,
black and
okay.
white. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the game is based on the one you get at the end.
So sword and shield, you would get the dog with the sword, and then
You get
you
that-
would get the dog with the
like a
shield.
freaking-
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all different. Yeah.
It's
But
kind of like remember, I think it was Soul Calibur,
Uh-huh.
but when the GameCube, the Xbox, and
Yeah,
PS3,
that was really cool.
they had you got 3 different people.
Yeah,
The,
yeah, yeah.
the extra character was different in all 3 game consoles.
Right. Kind
I
of like
think that's
that.
pretty
Kind of
cool.
like that
Oh,
idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it
And on
was.
GameCube, it was Link. On Xbox, it was. Who was it on that? I know it wasn't Master Chief. That would be
That's what I say. It
ridiculous.
was Master Chief. I was just joking though.
That'd be
No.
ridiculous,
And
right?
then PlayStation was what? Heihachi, wasn't it?
I think so.
From Tekken, something like that.
Yeah. I want to say it was like. Who was it? Xbox.
Snake, wasn't it?
No, that's
Oh.
GameCube. That's Nintendo. Nintendo does not like to share its properties.
Property,
No, at all. Like it's very rare.
Mario.
Nintendo is hard on it
They're strict on it.
for good reason because they Mario makes money.
Yeah.
They're killing in the box office right now.
Dude, we just saw that Mario movie, dude.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh! I mean,
It
to
was
me, it was
fun.
good. It was
It
a
was
good
fun.
movie. It was quick, but it was good. But yeah, dude, if you grew up with Mario or if you played a Mario game, you would.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one, man.
I wonder how they're doing right now, Mario.
I mean, whenever I went, so when I went in the movie theaters,
Uh-huh.
almost they were all sold out. All the theaters, they were
Yeah.
all booked. I was like,
Whoa,
Jesus.
still?
Yeah.
When did you go?
I went today before I met up with
Whoa.
y'all. So I went to this Synergy. I could say Synergy.
Yeah.
And I mean, we got good seats, but the other places, other times, they were all almost out. I was like,
That's
geez.
cool.
The one on that Hollywood, that one's almost sold out. All shows. I was like, geez.
It's shooting past 400 million, but I'm pretty sure that was
It's killing in the box
it's doing
office.
way more than that.
It's killing. It's a good one, man. I like Peach. They got Peach right. You know how she is in the games, but then in the movie she's just like that. And I was like, wow, I like this.
I would say it's a different Peach. I like the Peach though. I think the Peach that they got in the movie
It's
is
a
cool.
good one. That's a good one. I
Yeah.
liked it. I wish they kind of let that movie kind of drag a little more. It was only an hour and 30 minutes.
Right.
Maybe 2 hours to me would have been like, or maybe hopefully they come up with the extended edition or something.
Was there a character that kind of stuck out that you were like, okay, maybe that voice wasn't
To me, Donkey Kong.
real? Okay. I thought Donkey Kong and Cranky Kong
Yeah,
they were both kind of.
Like the voice actors, or not. I won't blame the voice actors, just how they were presented, I guess.
Well, I thought Donkey Kong was just Seth Rogen. I guess this is Seth Rogen, and I don't think Seth Rogen is much of a voice actor. So
He was that voice actor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
yeah,
didn't
when
know
he
that.
laughed, it was totally Seth Rogen's laugh, and I was like, yeah, I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And in Cranky Kong,
Uh,
that just did not. That voice is just not it
Yeah.
at all.
I know.
Like, have you haven't seen it, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen it, but I've not don't know that much about Donkey Kong.
Well,
Really? Oh, wow.
I mean, it's not even. I didn't think the voice.
yeah.
was right.
Yeah, you're kind of right. I agree with you.
what does
like-
he sound like?
or-
His name is Cranky Kong. It didn't
Oh.
sound
Should have been
cranky at
should have
all.
been like an old man or something.
Yeah.
something. You know what I
He
mean?
sounded like Whoopi Goldberg in the
Yeah, you're like
in
a
the
like
80s.
like a freaking Jamaican or something like that.
It
was
didn't
weird.
make sense. I don't
It
know.
was
I
just
didn't,
weird
I
to
didn't think
me.
it made sense.
That's the only complaint I have about the movie.
Yeah.
The complaint is it wasn't long enough to me, and then
Yeah.
just those two probably, just the Donkey Kong.
That
But I
means-
mean, I was
That
happy they
means
were
you
there.
Diddy Kong.
What's up?
He's like, that means you Diddy
Yeah,
Kong.
yeah,
I was all excited because like, hey, they're in the movie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it was good, man. It was a good movie. Good nostalgia, man. It was good.
I guess okay. You know what? Let's talk about that for a little bit. So as soon as the movie ended, me and my buddy, I was watching it with Oscar, and I told him, I asked him, okay, so obviously this movie's gonna do good, and it's doing good. So Nintendo obviously is gonna look at that and be like, okay, obviously a new Super Mario is coming out.
Yeah,
regardless.
for sure. Yeah.
There's no doubt. They'll
Yeah.
make a part 2. Easy. They're looking at their other properties and they're going to be like, okay, which one can we do? And
So,
I know the one.
Kirby.
I know the one that like the hardcore or like the core audience of like Nintendo wants is Zelda.
Zelda. Yeah.
There's no way that I think I would say that a large number of Nintendo fans that saw that movie, or even video game fans that saw that movie, and as soon as they came out, a lot of them probably thought in their heads, how will they make a Zelda movie? Like, because Zelda, they can go 2 ways. They can do live action, which is really risky, or they can go animated, but it just might be just a little too cute, It just might be a little too.
Yeah.
And Zelda is not exactly the most family friendly franchise
I don't know.
because you're actually killing things.
Yeah. I just don't want it. I don't know. They're gonna make Link talk. I don't know how they'll.
That's
about
true.
That.
That's true. How do you make Link talk?
Yeah,
Like-
I don't think they should. Just make it Zelda. I don't know, man. I don't know how they're gonna do it. If they do, maybe we'll get a Super Smash universe. You know what I mean? People are wanting.
I
that.
hope they don't do that.
Oh, you don't think so?
I think Marvel killed that. Like, just killed it. It's just, I don't. Marvel and DC, they killed it. I think it just makes everything. It bogs it down.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, everything's in the same universe. I think it's better if you just keep everything separated.
Yeah, I guess so.
I would say so.
Yeah. Anyways, then we'll wrap it up right now. I gotta take
Yeah.
these guys home. I'd like to stay for another 2 hours, but let's go ahead and cut it. Here in a
Zelda
second.
movie. I'm waiting. Hopefully it comes out.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So next time I'm gonna bring y'all guys on here. I already
Okay.
actually want y'all back. Actually, you guys had a good time. This is a first.
Yeah.
That's a good first one. I didn't think it was gonna be like this. But
I didn't know it was gonna be on.
but
here.
next time I'm gonna bring Michael. Michael's gonna be on here with me
Okay.
next time. Michael, it's a lot of fun when I gotta bring Michael. I got
Sounds
four earphones. I just need to figure out the microphone stand. I need to get a different one probably.
Okay.
But there's more I need to do. I need to figure this out because I don't know why I was making that noise.
What's the name of the show, by the way?
It's called? I think it was. I forgot. I had a name for it. The B-Rye Show or something like that.
Okay.
Tea Time with Brian.
Yeah.
Be Right with B Ryan.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, something like that. I don't know.
I
I
like
already,
that.
I already put it. I already got the YouTube already ready. I just need to get it together. Now I just got to get all this together. But no, I really want you guys back, man. I really do.
Real quick, before you close out the show.
Mm.
And no shade to the other guy, but
And what? Say that
I
again.
said no shade to the other guy, but you at least own the property of the have the video editor that you use, or will it have the what's it called, the print? You want to talk about it or no?
No, wait, say that again. Like, who you talk? I don't even know who you're talking about.
I don't know.
I thought you were talking to me.
No,
Like,
the other guy. The
oh,
third guy.
I know
the
who you're
third
talking about.
podcast guy from Freona.
Uh-huh.
He still has the watermark.
The watermark.
The watermark on the YouTube channel.
Please don't do that, Brian. I'm just gonna say that right now. Please buy your video equipment. Buy your video editing
software.
software, please.
Why? What do you mean? Why?
There's a certain other podcaster that has the watermark that they haven't bought
The trial version, it has the watermark. You know, like if you're gonna put up the video, once you edit it, it says video process, blah blah blah. Say you use Avid, it'll say Avid right there. During the whole video, it's just the watermark of the license because you don't actually own the license, so it has a watermark.
It's pretty. It's hilarious. It's honestly.
I gotta
hilarious.
show me here later. What I do is I got my own studio and I just have to edit it, but there's nothing there. It's just what we're doing now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Well,
I gotta get good at it though. I'm still learning.
we're on the Final Cut train, but I mean, you don't have to get fancy equipment to video edit.
Yeah.
Just at least buy your software,
Yeah, I got.
even if
maybe
it's
with
Windows
the-
10
with
or
the
Windows Movie Maker.
Maybe with the multicam, it might be easier. 'Cause it's
True.
a pain in the ass.
What?
Yeah,
Depending on your software.
What?
If your video editor doesn't have like a multicam function, so it
Yeah.
just syncs everything, and all you have to do is just take the camera angle you want, kind of like this,
Mhm.
but on the computer.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. I didn't know that. I just have to cut it. I have to press a button, cut it, put it here, cut it again, put it here. You know what I mean? If you're talking, I have to cut it, and then and I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I have to do that. That's what I did with that. I don't know if I showed you that right now with Jose. I'm gonna bring back Jose about his too, and then Michael. I'm gonna try to get Michael on here too. Yeah. Say hi to everybody. Hi everybody.
Yeah, it was a pleasure being on here, man.
No, I appreciate it. Nah, there's still a lot. I still want to talk a lot though, but I still got my nephews. I gotta get home.
That's all right. We're probably gonna pick up some Chick-fil-A here in a little bit.
Yeah, man. But I really appreciate y'all being here, man. We'll do this
Or
again.
Cane's probably.
We'll do this again. I'll have a little introduction next time, but I
Alright.
kind of need Michael here because it's just weird without him.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
dudes. All right, man. It was good seeing y'all, man.
You
Y'all have a good
wanna-
one.
you wanna break
Thank
us
y'all.
out?
Thank you, Yellow City Kids. I'm gonna bring y'all guys back. Stay tuned for the next one.